Right, we're here at the Sheraton Grande in Laguna, and I am with Klaus, the General Manager. Thank you for coming on the show.
Good afternoon, Mark. It's great to be here.
Thank you. Now, we're talking about Phuket too. A bit like the internet, we're talking about the future of Phuket. Now, as you're a GM of a hotel, a big hotel, what do you see as the future for hotels here?
Well, we have seen in the recent past a lot of additional flights that were coming into Phuket, particularly direct flights from several destinations, Australia to name one. And these direct flights have certainly given us a lot of opportunity to tap into new business that in the past simply couldn't get here.
So we've seen maybe a shift away from the long-haul flights from Europe and America, and maybe some more local markets. Well, Australia is still quite far away, but what about Asian markets?
Well, also there, a very recent development. We had just hosted the Travel Agent Association of India, one of the biggest growth opportunities for us going forward. The Indian market is a market that we are putting a lot of emphasis on, because we believe there is a lot of potential in it.
Are you personally positive about the future of Phuket?
Absolutely. I think that one sign of that is that I left Phuket 14 years ago just to come back again after a long stint away, and Phuket is a place that has a lot of potential.
Well, Klaus, welcome back to Phuket, and thank you for taking this time to talk to us.
Thank you, Mark. It's a pleasure.
Right, I'm here with Judy Ben, who is the Executive Director of the American Chamber of Commerce. Thank you for being on the show, Judy. How do you see the future?
Well, we're very excited to be down here. American businesses are expanding in Thailand, and Phuket is definitely on their radar screen. There are a lot of opportunities here, and AmCham wants to help encourage American companies and other companies to come down to Phuket.
How do you think Phuket compares with the rest of Thailand, for example?
Well, Phuket, I think, is in a class of its own. Really, I think in the luxury areas that you have here, the hotels, the marinas, it really does stand out and has wonderful potential for the future.
So you're positive about the future of Phuket? You think it's really going somewhere?
Well, we wouldn't be down here doing this unless we felt that there was opportunities in Phuket for the next decade.
Right, I'm here with Michael Ailing. Now tell me, what do you see as the positive thing for Phuket too, the next generation? What new markets are out there?
India and China are the two obvious nations. We have two of the world's biggest populations within 4 or 5 hours flying distance from us, and last weekend we hosted the Travel Agents Association of India, and 600, 700 travel agents in India came to Phuket for their conference, which provided an enormous awareness to the Indian travel market, and will serve us in good stead. And as far as the Chinese markets are concerned, we won the Amway conference in 2012, which they will take over Laguna Phuket for 4 to 6 weeks. It's 12,000 to 18,000 delegates coming in, which is huge exposure, and I'm sure Phuket will really reap the benefits from both of these conferences.
Now this is on top of what Phuket's been used to in the past, which is basically winter travelers, people coming from Europe and America. So there is constant growth then?
I really do believe so. I think the dynamics of sunshine and beautiful sunshine and climate during the winter in Phuket and cold, damp weather in Europe and Russia is not going to go away in a hurry. And obviously Phuket is a beautiful island to come and holiday in from Europe. And so yeah, we had our second best ever first quarter earlier in the year after a dreadful 2009, which just goes to show those markets are very sustainable. So I see growth for Phuket, and I'm very optimistic about the future. There will be bumps along the way. We have bumps every year, but we see things moving forward every year, and I continue to believe that will be the case.
Good afternoon everyone, and welcome to Laguna Phuket. I'll be covering both property development and tourism because both of those are basically linked at the hip. Basically, where are we at the moment? Well, the last couple of years in both sectors have been adversely impacted by both the global recession and political instability in Thailand. What we found is our property development operations has been hit far harder by these crises than our hotel operations for a number of factors. First one, I guess, is the inflated housing markets crashing in our major markets, the UK and Europe. making investment in second homes no longer fashionable, which pretty much was the case in 2006 and 2008 during our very good years. However, in the fourth quarter, things are looking good. It looks as though we're going to get back to normal based on the booking patterns, and we're looking as though we're going to have a strong first quarter in 2011. So, once again, Phuket's resilience to crisis has been demonstrated.
Okay, our next panellist to come up will be Mr. John McGee, representing the media sector. John is the founder and publisher of the local newspaper, the Phuket Gazette.
I'd like to talk about media freedom, but I'll do that toward the end. Maybe start off with the future of hard copy newspapers as I see it, specifically for Phuket. It's very different here. The Los Angeles Times is just downsized to something about 40% of what it used to be. But here, we've just totally revamped our newspaper at great expense and with great optimism that it's going to continue as vibrant. We launch tomorrow morning a new edition called the Nationwide Edition, which will be in every nation across the country and on 9 different airlines.
We've been in Phuket for 8 years. We've seen the types of deals that are completed here change. We've seen business approaches change. We've seen new entrants in the market face different sets of challenges each year. And amidst our experience with those clients, what we're able to deliver, I suppose, is a unique view. We often see very confidential information, which I won't be sharing with you today, but we see the behind-the-scenes drivers.
I moved here 6 months ago. I'm glad to know we did the right thing. I'm here as a newcomer to the island, and representing an organization that is itself a newcomer and that very much hopes to be part of this bright future, helping to bring people for a whole new set of reasons to the island, whether it be for a week or for a lifetime.
Woody holds weekly computer seminars in his sandwich shops where computer users swap advice and experiences. He also runs an internet speed reporting site for Phuket, which I'm sure a few of you will be interested in, and he's considered by some to be the go-to guy for any questions about the internet on the island. So please welcome Woody.
Thank you very much. When I think about the future of IT in Phuket, I tend to think in 3 different segments. We've got the tourism business, we've got tourists arriving, people who need to use the internet to get back phone home. We've got people who live here, they buy houses, they decide to put up stakes in Phuket for a month or 6 months or a year at a time. They need internet access. And we've got IT people, computer people who come to live here just like I did because they've decided that this is where they want to live. And those people also need internet access. So I think the common denominator of the infrastructure problems that Phuket's going to have in the IT area is internet access, and it's been that way for the 10 years that I've been here, and I'll bet it's going to be that way for 10 more years. The question that I always get whenever I'm in front of a group, whenever I'm sitting down having a cup of coffee, people will stop me and say, "Woody, my internet is horrible. What is the best internet in Phuket?" And the answer is, well, if you wait a while, it's going to get better. But right now, it's not all that good.
A few words about the future in Asia. I think we have a huge territory. It's coming from Myanmar to South China, from Hong Kong to Bali. It's the fastest growing market if you look at the worldwide cruising grounds. Our competition are Caribbean or Mediterranean, but the marina are full. People have been everywhere. You've got many boats in every harbor. Thailand, Malaysia, Singapore, and the center of Phuket. Malaysia and Singapore are the mature destination. The center of this is Phuket.
Okay, thank you very much, Vincent. So that concludes the presentations from our panellists today, and I think we've got some great insights into the future of Phuket industry here, despite the political turmoil that we see in Bangkok. We've seen significant investment in a new facility in the north part of the island that will promote sports, tourism and meditation retreats. We've heard that the marine industry can be a key driver for high-end tourism here to Phuket. We've seen John investing money and expanding and having confidence in published newspapers, despite some constraints on the media here that they face. Legally, we've seen here that businesses that do set the proper foundations and do follow the local regulations properly can operate profitably here and provide value for investors. And we've also seen that while the rest of the world is rapidly developing its connectivity to the internet, Phuket does face some issues which we hope doesn't prevent its development in the future.